Good morning, folks. Say good morning, folks. It's your bro, Richie here. Today's video is now. Today's video is now. God dang it. I'm still under the weather with it was like trying to get better and keep coughing. You heard how it sounds. It was terrible. God Lord. Anyways, let's get started. So, today's video is now another extended video of the previous Pontiac Firebird video. But I believe it's the second extension. I'm not too sure, but I think it is second extension. Yeah, it's the second extension video. Second one. Alright, so before I continue on from where I left off, so from the last video, make sure you guys all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you learn to make brain up, and hit all so you learn of when I make brain up brain uploads. So hit all so you learn when I make brain upload. So hit all so you learn of when I make brain uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's continue on from where I left off, so from the last video. So, I'm on the last part for 1972. Before I do 1973, so starting in 1972, and continuing until 1977. So 1977, the Firebird was only produced at the Norwood Assembly. Well, the Norwood Assembly Plant, which is known as like the Norwood Assembly or Norwood Facility in the city of Norwood, Hamilton County, Ohio. Say the Firebird was only produced at the Norwood, Ohio facility. Next up, 1973. In 1973, during like the early to mid 70s, it was the Trans Am added two new colors, Buccaneer Red and Brewster Green. Brewster Green. Other exterior upgrades included the updated, more modern nosebird. The new hoodbird was option RPO WW7 hood decal. I'm not sure what it meant by nosebird or hoodbird, but I believe it's to do with like the new front bumper and the new hood that the car has. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just guessing that. I think it might be that. I don't know. anyways, the new Hoodbird was option RPO WW7. Um, so RPO WW7 hood decal, a, a $55 option, a $55 option. It's not too bad. A $55 option. Um, a $55 option. Exclusive to Trans Am. That's like the cheapest item. The most expensive was the almost like to the end of 1973 for this one, but I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. So the new Hoodbird was option RPO WW7 hood decal or stickers. 55 option exclusive to Trans Am. Exclusive to the Trans Am. The Trans Am decals were larger than previous versions and shared the same accent color schemes as the Hoodbird. Inside the 73 Firebird, the standard interior equipment was almost the same as in prior years. almost the same as in prior years. A new horse collar optional custom interior featured new seats, coverings, and door panels. Interior colors were limited to just black, red, white, and saddle. Now, I'm not sure what color saddle is. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. With a rare option for customers to order to order orange, red, orange, red, and blue carpet. So orange, red, and blue carpet to any of the interior options. The 73 Firebird also had to meet the new safety and emissions requirements for 1973. There are extra steel reinforcements in the bumper and core support to the fender. The 73 Trans Am motor displacement, well, the 73 Trans Am motor displaced 455 cubic inches. That's 7.4, close to 7.5 liters. So the 73 Trans Am motor displaced 455 cubic inches. That's around 7.4, 7.5 liters. In the base L75. In the base L75. In both the base L75, and the Super Duty LS2 option that you would mostly find in a Chevy Camaro. Say LS2, so Super Duty LS2 option, the base, the standard 455 produced 40 fewer horsepower. So 40 fewer horsepower than the round port Super Duty 455. Horsepower for the base, for the standard L75 455 V8 was rated at 4,000 RPM for power and 2800 for torque. Rated at 250 horsepower and So 250 horsepower and 370 pound feet, 5 370 pound feet, 502 newton meters of torque. That's 2 pound feet, 2 newton meters more than a modern 2020 Mark V Supra with a 3-liter twin turbo inline 6 motor, which was BMW sourced. I just wonder if Supra are ever gonna make a new Supra like a Mark 6. They should do their own motor this time. I mean, literally. I mean, with the B58, when the Mark V was alright, but with that, it's like it's taking its soul away. And it's like hardly a Supra anyway, but I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, my cold is just legit killing me. There's like drink water, see if it helps. I'll try. Let's see if it works. I mean, I doubt it, but I'm just try anyway. Anyways, where the heck was I? There we go. God, I forgot where I was. I forgot where I was. No, I forgot where I was now. Alright, so I'm on the right track almost. Well, on the right line. So the 73 Trans Am motor motor displaced 455 cubic inches in the standard L75 and the Super Duty LS2 option. The base 455 produced 40 fewer, like 40 less horsepower than the round port Super Duty 455. Horsepower for the base. Horsepower for the base. So got 4,000 RPM for power and 2,800 for torque. So horsepower for the base. So for the standards. 7.4 liter 455 L75 V8 was rated at 250 horsepower, and so 250 horsepower. 250 250 horsepower. So 250 horsepower. So 250 horsepower and 370 pound feet, 502 newton meters of torque. So newton meters of torque. Pontiac removed the high output, so HO designation from the base motor, and simply declared the now non-functioning shaker with 455. The all handcrafted or hand assembled, technically, LS LS2 SD 455. So LS2 SD 455 V8 was rated at 4,000 RPM for power and so 4,000 RPM for power, and 36 and 30, so 4,000 RPM for power and 3,600 for torque. Um, the motor was rated at 290 horsepower, so 290 horsepower, and so 290 horsepower and 395 pound-feet, 536, 536 newton meters of torque. No, nearly 540. Pretty good. That's around now 200. So it's 40. So 40. So 40 horsepower more, and around 25 pound 25 pound-feet. Where is that? 34 newton meters of torque more than the L75 motor. Well, at least the LS2 is a bit more powerful, but maybe what do you expect? So the all handcrafted LS2 SD 455 V8s rated at 4,000 RPM for power, and so 4,000 RPM for power and 3,600 for torque. Two at 290 horsepower and 395 pound-feet, 536 newton meters, 536 or 540 newton meters of torque. All Pontiac motors included a new EGR, exhaust gas recirculating system or something like that. I don't really know, to be honest. So EGR system, which delayed the SD 455 SD 455 program until late into the production year. The shaker decal on a scoop read SD 455. I just have to say slow because I say fast. I just want you to understand what I'm trying to say. I mean, but in the way I'm saying is way too fast. The 73 Trans Am introduced RTS, radial tuned suspension. When ordered, it included 15-inch radial tires. So 15-inch radial tires. 15-inch radial 15-inch radial tires. So 15-inch radial tires. So radial tire. So 15-inch radial tires. So radial tires. This delivered a more comfortable ride. So this delivered a more comfortable ride. So more comfortable ride, which also provided better cornering. The 73 Trans Am production was up. Production was up. Production was up over previous years. The 7.5 liter L75 455 production was 3,130 with automatics, so with an automatic gearbox, and 1,420 with a manual. this the special ordered um uh the special ordered LS LS2 SD 455 7.5 liter V8 motor, which is a 550, which is a 550, which is a $550, which is a $550 option. So which is a $550 option. Uh, says production, which again was a 550, which was a 550, which was a $550 option. Saw a hundred, so technically saw altogether, like all altogether. So altogether, um, let me just add up real quick. 252 cars. So 252 of those cars. 180 of which were automatics and 72 were manuals. So 180 were automatics, 72 were manuals. Alright, next up we got is 1974. So curb weight curb weight now rose, like increased dramatically um in the 74 model year because of the implementation of 5 mile an hour telescoping bumpers. So 5 mile an hour telescoping bumpers, and various other crash related and safety related structural enhancements. The S55, not S55, sorry, SD455. They were called Trans Am, weighed in at 3,850 pounds, which was 1,746 kilos, close to 1,750 k, close to 1,750 k, close to 1,750, so close to 1,750 kilos in their first year of production. The 1974 model year was actually in 1973 for some unknown reason. I don't know why, but the 74 models featured uh, featured redesigned a redesigned redesigned shovel nose, front end, and new wide slotted like slotted taillights. So slotted taillights. The 6.6 liter 400, 7.5 liter 455, 455, and 7.4 liter, well, 7.5 anyways, SD 455 V8s were offered in both the Trans Am and Formula, so in both the Trans Am and Formula models during 1974. A June 1974 test of a test of a newly delivered um, uh, newly delivered privately owned SD 455 Trans Am appeared in both um, super Superstock and Drag Illustrated with a stock vehicle, so standard car, and a test weight of 4,010 4,000 4,010 pounds. Like that is heavy. 4,010 pounds. It's a 4,000 pound boat, literally. Uh, said said this is a weight of 4,010 pounds. Uh, the tester is timed 14.25 seconds at 101 miles an hour. The car had a three speed. The car had a three speed. The car had a three. The car had a three speed. The car had a three. The car had a three speed. So the car had a three speed. Three speed. Um, three speed. Turbo Hydra 400. Um, automatic, and came equipped with air conditioning. At least that's a bit of a bonus. An option. An option that added considerable weight to both the car and the engine. It will cause more drag with the air conditioning, but at the same time, it's quite useful because if you're driving around in such a burning, boiling hot, roasting summer day, like 70, 80 degrees or more or less, you are gonna rust to hell. So it's useful to have air conditioning. It's useful to have air conditioning, especially for the hot summer days, because you never know what's bound to happen if you won't have it. Can you be sweating like freaking crazy? So my advice is recommend you guys to get yourself one of those cars with an air conditioning system. I don't know, if you're planning to get a 70s Firebird, get one that's got good condition, works properly, works well. It's in good functioning condition, good working condition. Doesn't leak oil anywhere, and so has air conditioning. So that's pretty useful. The car had a turbo. The car had a three-speed turbo Hydra. The car had a three-speed. The car had a three-speed turbo Hydra. Automatic, and came equipped with air conditioning. An option that included an option that added considerable weight to both the car and the V8 motor. Output, so at 4,400 RPM, output was 200 and 290 horsepower, which is pretty dang good. 290 horsepower. So 290 horsepower. Production line stock 1974 SD 455 produced on a chassis dyno 253 horsepower. It's not bad. As reported by High Performance Pontiac, or HPP, High Performance Pontiac magazine, from January 2007. This is consistent with a 290 SE net horsepower factory rating as measured at the crankshaft. A 74 Firebird was driven by fictional character on a TV series, The Rockford. What was it? The Rockford Files. Jim Rockford. a 74 Firebird was driven by um, Jim Rockford in the pilot movie and the first season 1974, 1974, and 1975 of the Rockford Files. Every following season, Rockford would change to the next model year. However, in season six, which came out around 1979 to 1980s, so 1980, so the end of the 70s, so the end of the very late 70s, and the start of the very early 80s. So at the end of the very late 1970s and the start of the very early 1980s. So however, in season six from 1979 to 1980, Rockford to drive, continued to drive the 78 Firebird from so to drive the 78 Firebird from season 5. Wait. So, however, in the season 6, 1979-1980, Rockford continues to drive the 78 continues to drive the 78 Firebird for season 5 as the star. James Garner disliked the 1979 cars, so 1979 models restyled. So disliked the 1970. So, however, in season 6, 1979 to 1980, Rockford continued to drive the 78 Firebird for the 78 Firebird from season 5. As the star, James Garner disliked the disliked the 1979 models restyled front end. The cars in the show were badged as a lower tire bronze colored Firebird Esprit. However, these cars were actually debadged Firebird Formula 400s that had the twin scoop, not the single scoop, but the twin scoop hood replaced with a standard flat base model Firebird hood. Last part, and I'll just end it there for tonight because I'm so tired. And many people's thoughts, and many, sorry, at many points throughout the the show, the twin exhaust, both the twin exhausts and rear anti roll bars or sway bars, or whatever they call it, were visible, which were not available on the Egypt. Alright, so that's pretty much it for now. I'm just way too tired to even continue on still. So for my next Pontiac Firebird video will be still on the Gen 2, but about so I'll still be on the Gen 2, but this time I'll be on 1975. So this is gonna be pretty cool. Alright, so that'll be it. I gotta go. Gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Have a great evening, and have a great day tomorrow morning. Or in this case, if the time went way fast, have a great morning, and have a great day as well. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So yeah, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So yeah, take care, folks. So take care, folks. Stay out there, and I'll see you guys soon. In the outside shower, looking fresh. Take care, take care, folks. So take care, folks. Take care, folks. Stay out there, and I'll see you guys soon. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. See ya, folks. See ya, guys.